It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Saints and the Cowboys. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week, and that one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw, Darnold. Toward the sideline, intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The fuck was that?
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Love, they go play action now. And he's going to go down here the sack. They push him back to the 34.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10.
Looking deep here for Chase.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Darnold. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Darnold. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown!
Jonathan Brooks.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Love now. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Love.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Caught, Kelce, left side. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cowboys are able to move back in front. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The play fake, and it's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he goes out right around the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 3. Now Darnold. He will find his man Chase complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Darnold down to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Play action. It's Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To throw is Darnold. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. That's complete to Laporta. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now Darnold on third and goal. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Off the play fake, Love. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys! Mike Evans with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerome Ford, 74 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
after the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing. Love.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it inside the 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. The Giants still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. The Titans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Off of play action, Darnold.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
We'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. On play action. Love to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. James Cook, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Darnold. That's to the tight end, Laporta. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Back to throw, Darnold. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Darnold from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now it's Darnold. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long. Here's Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, third and long. He'll drop to throw.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Love. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Play action this time with Love. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So Sam Darnold in the offense, down by 13, 2:16 to play. They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, but they also need 2 scores. They've got to go quick. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Darnold. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Darnold. That's complete to Chase. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Darnold. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Here's second down. Now Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Open man is Chase, complete. 2nd and 6. Darnold to throw. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Again, Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Henry. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So